morning class. Today we're going on something of a field trip. As you can tell, we're in my car. Right now we're heading south, just waiting for the light to turn green.
The Dominguez Escalante expedition was conducted in 1776 to find an overland route from Santa Fe, New Mexico to Monterrey and other Spanish missions in California. Francisco Atanasio Dominguez and Silvestre Belez de Escalante, two Franciscan priests, and Don Bernardo Miera y Pacheco, a cartographer, traveled with 8 men from Santa Fe through present-day western Colorado to the Utah Valley. Along the journey, they were aided by 3 Timpanogos Ute guides. Due to hardships experienced during the travel, the group did not reach Las Californias, but returned to Santa Fe through Arizona. The maps and documentation of their expedition aided future travelers. Their route became part of the old Spanish Trail from Santa Fe to the west.
When we think of the Utah Valley and when the pioneers got here, we tend to picture a desert, uninhabited, completely barren of life, that the pioneers, through their hard work and ingenuity of irrigation, had to conquer and tame in order to make blossom. Sadly, that's not the truth. The Utah Valley was kind of a lush, fertile area that was actually home to hundreds of members of the Ute Indian tribe. Now, the Utes were nomadic people. They would settle here during the summers and live in their little huts, and during the winter they would head south.
When Dominguez and Escalante got to the valley, they were surprised by the amount of Indians that they saw. When they left, they promised that more Catholics would be back to baptize them. The expedition was dangerous. They would have to travel through hostile Comanche territory, traveling between water sources as they crossed the wasteland in southern Utah. They suffered heat, cold, hunger, and thirst, at times breaking down and arguing, separating from each other for days only to return and continue the journey. When the monks made it through the Spanish Fort Canyon,
they looked out across the valley and they saw pillars of smoke. One tribe letting the other tribes know that there were new people entering the area. Worried that the monks would surprise them, they set up camp just up there on top of that hill, lighting a fire of their own, letting the natives know that they were friendly and they wanted to meet.
From this point, Dominguez and Escalante could see the entire valley. Imagine sitting here at night and seeing the light from dozens of campfires all around Lake Utah. The group would spend 3 days exploring the valley. Imagine what it must have been like for both them and the Utes. During that time, they mapped the region searching for the source of the lake. They found 4 rivers, each well stocked with fish. The Indians told them of a larger lake to the north, but warned them not to go there. They said anyone who swam in it would get very itchy. At the end of the 3 days, the group left the valley for Monterrey. They were soon hit by the Utah winter, and finding the mountains uncrossable, they turned south and returned to Santa Fe. The Spanish would never return to the valley. 70 years later, the Mormons would arrive and would lay the foundations of the community that we still have today.